Okay, tonight is October the 14th, 2020. I hope everybody's doing well. Everything's still good here, thank God. But I've got an experiment tonight that I think some of you will enjoy. And it's about listening to the music from these amplifiers that I've built. Well, and I'm actually looking for your thoughts on it. I truly am. This is a little SET amplifier that's not too uncommon. The thing that makes it a little bit uncommon is that I use these guys right here, this choke and this choke as the plate load, and I don't run it through the output transformer. I don't run the plate load through the output transformer, which is pretty typical. I use James output transformers. They're 300Bs. I use a single 6S7 to drive them. There's a left channel and a right channel. And we're going to compare it to this beauty right here, this McIntosh. Isn't that a gorgeous thing? All the lettering is still on it. It's all original. Now, we're not going to get into if I change the capacitors, it'll sound so much better and all that kind of stuff. We're just not going to go there, so let's skip that part. I do have the best tubes that I know of in it right now. We won't get into all of that detail either, but what this is about, this amplifier and this amplifier, we're going to be able to compare them instantaneously with this AB box that I built right here. What this box is about, I know I'm moving the camera around a little bit, but I got to. This is like an aux input in one channel right here. This is there's a relay right under the chassis, and it switches the input to one amplifier, the other amplifier, and then the speakers are back here, and it switches at exactly the same time. It switches the speakers from one channel to the other. Hope this is in focus. This is such a gorgeous camera, but sometimes it seems to not want to focus when I move around a little bit. So that's the AB box, and it's controlled by this little guy right here. Listen to it. Can you hear the relay click in there? Well, every time that relay clicks, it's switching everything. It's switching the inputs from this amplifier. When it switches the inputs to this amplifier, it switches the speakers to this amplifier. And the same here. We're going to be able to go back and forth instantaneously. It's pretty amazing. It really works. Okay? So that's what we're going to be doing. And you guys are going to be assessing it. Now what I have up here is royalty-free music for making YouTube videos. Volume 1 by a good gentleman by the name of Joe Baker. Thank you, Mr. Baker. I can't play your favorite music, but so I'll just play what I can. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I've thought about this and I hope this works out. I'm going to play music for 1 minute. I'm going to play 4 songs. So it doesn't take very long. 4 songs, 1 minute each. And I'm going to switch amplifiers. I'm not going to tell you what they are until the end of the video, so that you can hear it. I'm not going to trick you. This is not a trick. I'm not going to let you listen to all this and then say, ah, ha, 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 this was actually a Radio Shack 2 transistor amplifier that you've been listening to all along. That's not going to happen. You're really going to be listening to these 2 amplifiers and evaluating them as best we can in my room, in this video, and this camera, and these speakers and everything. Here's the speakers. I've shown them recently. They're Tecton. They're just marvelous sounding speakers. Some people have suggested I move them out further from the wall, and I've done that. I've moved them back and forth, but I like them actually where they are. This is where I like them, and that's where I'm going to leave them. And I know I've got the ladder down, but we're not going to get into that kind of detail, that the reflections from the ladder and the lamp and everything. We're just going to do the best we can. Now, I've put a really long cord on this, as you might notice. See it wound up right there? That's so I could move all the way around the room, so I'm not just listening right here in this one little stuck spot, you know, in front of it. So when I did the evaluation, but I want you guys to do the evaluation and tell me what you think. So again, I'm going to play the music, and I'm going to switch the amplifiers at the rate that I've already chosen, and then I'll tell you which amplifiers. There's going to be amplifier number 1 and number 2. Let me show you how I've got it laid out here, so you'll know that I'm not messing with you. See, I've got it right down there. It says input from amp 2. Hope all this is focused nicely. Now this is a real legitimate switch box, and then I'll tell you at the end how it played out, and you guys could tell me what you think about it. Now, what you're going to be able to see, I hope, is the time right here. You might want to watch this time right here, because that's going to be, I'm going to tell you about switching that time. And you can also watch this DAC down here. Oh yeah, I didn't meant to tell you, I've got an ADI2 DAC. Wow, that is a nice little DAC. I like it. You can even look over here at the screen display. It's virtually an oscilloscope. It goes from 20 to 20 kilohertz, and you can see how it's bouncing around. Does a beautiful job. Okay, I think I've explained everything well enough that we can start the music and the evaluation. Okay, well here we go. Let me see. I gotta change the focus here a little bit. I'm always going to start out with amplifier 1. Okay, I may have to get in front of it just a little bit. Okay, you heard amplifier A and amplifier B in there. Again, I'll tell you here exactly in a minute. Let's listen to some other kind of music. What about, well, let's see, what about electro beat? Let's see, I think there's another one in here. Let's go back to another one. It's got some, whoa. That one. Anything. It doesn't really matter. Let's try this one. Okay, remember, we're always going to start out with amplifier 1. Okay, that's 2 songs of 1 minute each. Let's see. Let's do some rock beat electric guitar. Okay, well, maybe we need some ultra mellow chill out. Let's listen to one more and then we'll stop. Here we go. Let's see. Make sure we're doing this right. So I'm telling you. Okay, that's it. We'll keep the video short. I just want to know if you guys can hear it when I switched from one amplifier to the other. When I switched from the 300B SET to the McIntosh. And I suppose I should let you know now, huh? But I want you to think about it. I hope nobody skips ahead to this part and cheats. I switched them. I always started out with amplifier number 1. And amplifier number 1 is the SET. And I switched it at 15 seconds and 30 seconds and 45 seconds and 1 minute. So the first 15 seconds of every song was the SET. The second 15 seconds, from 15 to 30, was the Mac. And from 30 to 45 was the SET again. And from 45 to 1 minute was the Mac. That's the way I did every one of those songs. So I want you to tell me if you could honestly hear the difference, and if you can, how did you hear it? And thanks for watching. This is all fun. Everybody stay safe.